Hey y'all, so I'm parked outside of the apartment building. Just pulled up from Hopkinton and I thought I would make a video about my 2 years sober, which is coming up on the 30th. Right now it's 11:07 p.m. on the 28th, so I'm a little ahead of it, but I was thinking about it while I drove back here. Just reflecting and thinking about where I was at 2 years ago on, this day and the next day, where I was in a really bad place, which led to me drinking, and obviously led to me deciding I needed to stop finally. I think what blows me away the most about 2 years sober is 2 years sober. I, for so long, struggled to get 2 months sober. I mean, I hit 2 months over and over and over again. It was like I would crack after that every single time. My stomach just growled. I swore to God that I would never get over that hurdle. I made a video talking about how I didn't think I would ever get over that hurdle, the 2, 3, 4 month hurdle. Like, I could get that far, but I could never get any farther. And I remember just feeling like I should throw in the towel and be like, whatever, I'm just gonna, if this is gonna be my cycle, then I might as well just get drunk every 4 months and just let that be it if I'm never gonna be able to get past it. I remember thinking that way. And I remember thinking about breaking my sobriety because my sobriety was so linked to Pop Up and Johnny's deaths, the counting up of it. And there were so many moments in the first year where I really, really struggled like that. And what I did was just stay really busy. I made a video a little bit over a year ago about how I stayed sober pretty much by working 2 jobs and never having any ounce of free time because that's how I was coping, and I knew it wasn't sustainable, and it was not sustainable. So this year, just recently, I've really started to face what is behind the drinking. With starting therapy and really starting to address, why my first reaction to a negative emotion is to try and numb it. I've throughout my whole life went from one thing to the next. I can remember as a little kid, if I felt sad or mad or any sort of negative emotion, I would try and hurt myself. I would I would smash my fingers with a hammer. I would close them in my door. I would kick my bedpost as hard as I possibly could, 100 times in a row, just over and over and over until my foot was throbbing. I wanted to break a bone so badly because I was just in so much emotional pain. That transitioned in high school to cutting myself, obviously, and that carried on through college. And then I realized that drinking replaced the cutting in a way that I could numb out the emotion when I was drunk. And so, for my whole life I've been just running away from my negative feelings, which has led to a lot of issues for me, which is what I'm trying to address in therapy is that fact that I can't cope with negative feelings. And getting sober has really forced me to address these things. If I was still drinking, I would not be let me address my childhood trauma. I would not. I would still be drinking and I used to say, my catchphrase used to be, I stuff things down inside and then I pour vodka on top of them. That's what I used to tell people about my, my feelings. I would say, I just stuff it inside and I pour vodka on top. And that's true. That's what I did for a long time was run away from my feelings and just, they're still there in the morning when you wake up and they're just covered in regret. And that was the cycle that I was in for so long, was drink to forget, wake up, you still remember, and then you're also guilty about what you did the night before. So I'll put a link to my video from last year where I read something that I wrote around 6 months sober. It just kind of talks about my history with alcohol and my relationship to it. So, but this year I just thought I would talk about kind of where I'm at and my reflections on it. So yeah, it's been interesting to hit this point. As always, the beginning of April was really hard to get through as far as the desire to drink, and I think, it's been there. This quarantine time is hard for me. Just not being able to see people, not, being here at the apartment by myself is not helping. So at night I have a hard time. It's not an active thing. It's just those are the moments where I feel the most lonely and where I'm forced to face my negative feelings. I'm not having a craving to drink every night. I'm just in a situation where like I potentially could. I just want to say I'm not like having a really bad craving every night. Not like I used to. It just is harder to be alone and to be so isolated from the people that I want to see. So just adds to the negative feelings thing that I'm trying to work on. So I was thinking about on the way home, I was listening to this song. It's kind of like a dance beat to it, and I was just like in my head thinking about like all the times at the bars or like at this dance club in Keene where I would be like so drunk, and that's the only time I ever went dancing was when I was really drunk. And so like I listen to music like that, and that's what I think about is like I think about that feeling of like you think you're dancing really well but you're just really drunk, but like that feeling of like freedom in my body, I guess I could say, like just the looseness I felt of like I'm just gonna do whatever I want. Like everyone around me is drunk, I'm drunk, no one's gonna remember this. Like there's a freedom in that. And I just remember like feeling really goofy and dancing to the music, and yeah, I miss it. I wish that I could have a normal relationship to alcohol. I really do. I wish I could be a person that could enjoy it. I wish I could be a person that was in control of myself. And for so long, I tried to pretend like I was. I still struggle, honestly, with saying that I am an alcoholic. That it's like a label that I don't really like, but it's just facts. Because I kept it so secret from everyone. I almost doubt myself in saying it, but I know that's the reality. I spent years and years and years hiding it from everyone. That's a freaking big sign right there. I'm hiding this from people. That means it's a problem. So, yeah, it's, I just can't believe it's in 2 years. And I think about a lot, like, what my life could look like right now if I was still drinking. Like, I would not have any of the things that I have right now. I wouldn't have my own business, guaranteed. I wouldn't have the motivation to leave Eric. I would not have met Hannah because I would not be in a good place. I'd probably still be 50 pounds heavier. Like, not drinking helped me to start taking better care of my health because, like, I was just pouring alcohol in my body and not eating well. All of that stuff that I was doing in those years to escape my feelings. So, yeah, getting sober has been the best and the hardest thing I've done. Yeah, I still think sometimes about finding an AA group. The hardest part for me is like, I want to try and find an LGBT group. I think there's one in Concord, but obviously like nothing's meeting right now. So, I gotta do some research. But the hardest part for me is like, I don't want to be in a men's group, but I also, and I would feel more comfortable in a women's group because like I feel comfortable around women. So it's just a weird thing where it's like I wouldn't want to be in a men's AA, but I can't be in the women's AA, so I have to find the LGBT. And it's like I need people that understand the situation I'm in and what my past is. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Is sometimes I think about it just because I think it would be good. I need to find that sustainable sobriety because I've been doing the like unsustainable sobriety. So I gotta find something that's gonna help me get through whatever hard stuff comes next, because I know that I will be tested again one day in my sobriety. So I think about a lot, like when Grammy dies, I think about that a lot. What I want to be very strong and sturdy for that because that will be devastating. So I don't even like to think about it. But anyway, I think I'm just rambling now. 2 years sober, it's really weird. Didn't think I'd get here, but I look forward to another year sober, hopefully, and just to keep exploring the parts of myself. Oh, the light turned off. Oh, that means I've been sitting in my car for so long. See, I turned it off so I could do this. Show me some light. There we go. Anyway, guys, I look forward to this next year of sobriety and really focusing on what it is that hurts me so deeply inside. So, anyway, I've rambled enough. I need to go upstairs and feed the cats. you know, yeah, thanks for listening. If you watched this far, feel free to check out my video from last year where I talk more about just my experiences as a drinker. So, yeah, thanks for all the support, everybody out there who's been there for me. Yeah, it's been great, and yeah, let me know if anybody else out there is watching this and feeling the same way or struggling in any way. You know, I will gladly listen. So, I know that people have listened to me, and that's helped, especially when I have moments where I really question whether or not I should stay sober. So, do I miss alcohol more than anything? Yeah, I do. I really do. But I know that I just will never have that ability to control it. So, it's a slippery slope. Anyhow, hope you guys are having a great week, and I'll talk to you next time. Turn my car back off. Okay. Peace out, everybody.